All right, so you're probably thinking another cleaning product deep dive.
Well, this one's a little different.
Yeah, this one is really making me think about the future of cleaning. Like how we keep our homes sparkling, but, also being mindful of the planet. And so today we're diving deep into Sheckley's basic H2 biodegradable cleaner. And yeah, I'm really curious about this whole idea of super concentrated cleaners.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is that Sheckley isn't just talking about cleaning. They're really going for like redefining what a cleaner can even be.
Okay, so let's break this down a bit. What exactly IS Basic H2?
Well, according to their website, it's this super concentrated all-purpose cleaner.
Okay.
And get this, just 16 ounces makes 48 gallons of cleaning solution.
48 gallons
That's what they're saying.
from one bottle.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a pretty bold claim.
it is. It definitely plays into that whole like less is more thing.
For sure. Okay, so they also say it's safe, powerful, and green, and that it can handle everything from greasy stovetops to like grimy floors,
Yeah.
all while being gentle on your skin and to the environment.
Yeah. I mean, that almost sounds too good to be true.
Right.
So let's take a closer look at these claims, starting with safe.
Okay.
So Shockley is presenting basic H2 as like this safer option compared to conventional cleaners.
And we all know those can have some pretty questionable ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Toxins, hormone disruptors, things like that.
Exactly. So they're saying basic H2 is the answer to all that.
Okay, so what makes it so safe?
Well, they're really emphasizing the fact that it's non-toxic and fume-free, no harsh chemicals or chlorine.
Okay.
It's also pH balanced, fragrance-free, and mild on your hands.
Well, that definitely sounds promising. But what about the whole powerfully green part? I mean, does a super concentrated formula automatically make it good for the planet?
It definitely helps. So they're using plant-derived and biodegradable surfactants from corn and coconut.
Hold on, corn and coconuts.
Yeah.
That's what gives it the cleaning power.
Yeah, pretty neat, right?
That's actually really cool.
And that's not all. There's also no phosphates or dyes. It's safe for septic and gray water systems, and they even use recyclable packaging.
Wow, they really seem to be thinking of everything. Okay, but here's the million-dollar question. Does it actually work?
Right. Can something this gentle really clean as well as the conventional stuff?
Exactly.
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So Sheckley is making some pretty big comparisons here. They're claiming that one bottle of basic H2 is the same as using 5,824 bottles of Windex.
5,824 bottles of Windex.
Wow.
That's a pretty huge claim. I got to ask, how did they come up with that number? Like, what are they even basing that on?
So it's important to note that this comparison is based on Sheckley's own internal testing.
Okay.
They're also claiming that one bottle of basic H2 is equal to 390 bottles of all-purpose spray cleaner and 32 gallons of floor cleaner.
Wow. Okay. So are they comparing, like, cleaning the same types of messes? And are they taking into account, like, how people actually use these different products? Like, do they assume everyone uses the same amount of each cleaner?
You've got it. Those are some of the questions we need to be asking. What does clean even mean in this context? And are they using the same dilution ratios for all these comparisons?
Right. Because, I mean, of course, a super concentrated formula is going to last a lot longer. But does that mean it's actually more powerful on a, like, per-use basis?
Exactly. So it's not about just accepting these claims at face value, but really digging into, like, the details and the assumptions behind them.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to what actually goes into this stuff. I was looking at the ingredients list on their website,
Yeah.
and honestly, some of those names sound like they belong in a science lab, not under my kitchen sink.
Right. Let's break down a couple of those ingredients and see what they're all about.
Hit me with your best chemistry knowledge.
Okay, so two that I thought were particularly interesting are decyl glucoside and xanthan gum.
Okay.
So decyl glucoside, that's a cleaning agent that comes from fats and oils.
Okay.
And then xanthan gum is a natural thickener that comes from fermented sugars.
So no scary chemicals, just fats and oils and fermented sugars. That's pretty impressive.
It is. It kind of shows you that effective cleaning doesn't always have to involve those harsh synthetic ingredients.
For sure.
And just to tie it back to their green claims, both decyl glucoside and xanthan gum are naturally derived and biodegradable, so they break down safely in the environment.
All right, so we've got safe, powerful, green. But what about the price? Eco-friendly products can sometimes be a bit more expensive, so how much does this stuff cost?
Well, their website says a 16-ounce bottle of basic H2 costs $11.55 for Shackley members and $13.55 if you're not a member.
Okay, so not exactly cheap, but if it really makes 48 gallons, maybe the cost per gallon makes it worth it.
Let's do some math and find out.
I'm ready. What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Hashtag TTS, the deep dive episode 2024-11-14, part 2 of 3.
Okay, so let's break it down. If a 16-ounce bottle makes 48 gallons of cleaning solution,
Right.
then for members paying $11.55,
Mm-hmm.
that comes out to roughly 24 cents per gallon.
24 cents a gallon. That's insane. That's less than what I pay for like a bottle of water.
I know, right? And for non-members, it's still only like 28 cents a gallon.
Okay, that's wild. So remember how Shackley was comparing one bottle of basic H2 to 5,824 bottles of Windex?
Yeah.
Let's just say for the sake of argument that a bottle of Windex costs what, like $4?
Okay, so at $4 a bottle, 5,824 bottles of Windex would cost you over $23,000.
$23,000 versus like $12 for the basic H2. That's a huge EE difference. Even if you use way more Windex than you would a diluted solution, like
Right.
the savings are pretty clear.
Yeah, it really shows you how much of a difference a super concentrated formula can make for your wallet.
Totally. And don't forget about all that plastic waste you'd be saving too. All those Windex bottles ending up in a landfill.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about safety, how well it cleans, the environmental impact, and the cost. Is there anything else we should be thinking about?
Yeah, we've talked about how Basic H2 is fragrance-free.
Right.
That's a plus for a lot of people, but some people, they like that familiar cleaning product smell.
True. It's all about personal preference in the end.
And for people who are really used to using traditional cleaners, that diluted solution might take a bit more work for tougher messes.
Right. Some people want that like instant clean feeling.
It might take a little experimenting to figure out the right dilution ratio for different cleaning tasks.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
But from everything we've learned, it seems like basic H2 is a really strong option. It's safe, effective, good for the environment, and super cost effective.
Absolutely. It really makes you think differently about cleaning and the products we use.
This whole deep dive has really got me thinking, if this super concentrated idea works for cleaners,
Mm-hmm.
why not other stuff too? Like laundry detergent,
Right.
shampoo, dish soap? Like the possibilities are kind of endless.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how much packaging waste and those transportation costs we could reduce if this was applied more broadly.
I know that's a really exciting thought. It's like this ripple effect where one small change leads to another, and then suddenly we're on our way to a much more sustainable future.
I love that.
Okay, so just to wrap things up, let's recap what we've learned about Shackley's Basic H2.
Okay.
It's this super concentrated all-purpose cleaner that aims to be safe, powerful, green, and budget-friendly.
Right.
And while we should definitely look into their claims about how effective it is, with a critical eye,
Of course.
the whole concept is definitely impressive.
It really challenges us to rethink those everyday routines.
Exactly, and that's really what the deep dive is all about, right?
It is.
Challenging assumptions, looking at new ideas, and giving you the info you need to make smart choices.
We hope this deep dive has been helpful and giving you some new things to think about.
If you're interested in super concentrated products and want to know more about Basic H2,
Yeah.
definitely head over to Shackley's website. They've got tons of info about their products and their whole commitment to sustainability.
And just remember that every step toward a more sustainable future, even something as small as switching to a concentrated cleaner, makes a difference.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, happy cleaning. Hashtag TTS, the deep dive episode 2024-11-14, part 3 of 3. It's just wild to think that, just by choosing a super concentrated cleaner, we could actually be making a real difference for the planet.
It is pretty amazing when you think about it. Like, just changing one little thing can have such a big impact. Like, imagine fewer trucks on the roads just because we're shipping concentrated cleaning power instead of, all those huge bottles of premix stuff.
I know, right? That would be a huge game changer.
Definitely. Less plastic waste, fewer emissions from all that transportation. I mean, it's a win-win for everyone.
Totally. And it's all thanks to companies like Shackley,
Mhm.
They're really pushing the boundaries and coming up with these new ways of thinking about everyday products.
Yeah, they are.
And it's really got me thinking, what other everyday things could be super concentrated? Like, what about laundry detergent,
Oh,
shampoo,
yeah.
dish soap? I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless.
I think so, too. I mean, this could really change how we consume and, the impact we have on the planet.
It's a good reminder that sustainability isn't always about these big, sweeping changes. Sometimes it's just about those small choices we make every day.
Absolutely. So, choosing a concentrated cleaner, you're not just cleaning your house. You're actually taking a step towards a more sustainable future.
So to everyone listening, we really encourage you to do your own research. Like, go out there and see what super concentrated products are out there and how you can use them in your life.
It's all about being informed.
Exactly. And most importantly, stay curious.
Oh, yes.
Keep asking questions and, challenge those old ways of doing things and just keep looking for solutions that are good for you and good for the planet.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's it for today's deep dive. Happy cleaning, everyone, and stay curious.